Tonight, in Central Florida's True Crime Files, a cell phone may hold some critical clues in the cold case of a missing woman from right here in Central Florida.
The only problem is that a state law is preventing investigators from looking inside that phone. Fox 35 anchor Ray Vieta explains how this is creating frustration for a local family.
This is something most of us have on us all the time. It tells a story of where we've been, where we're going, and many times who we're with. So it's a crucial clue in tracking missing people, but it's a clue police can't touch. The answers to a nearly 2-decade-old mystery could be right inside this, a phone. But police cannot access it, at least not right now.
Just imagine if it was your loved one or someone that was missing, you would expect law enforcement to be able to track them. Just for us to tell you that we're not able to track them because there's no crime committed.
Lieutenant Brad Heath is talking about a Florida statute. It's officially known as Chapter 934, Section 42. That law says in part a judge can authorize mobile tracking if it is relevant to an ongoing criminal investigation being conducted by the investigating agency. In other words, cell phones are off limits unless they're connected to a criminal investigation. First Amendment attorney Larry Walters explains many times missing or endangered people do not fall into that category.
We all have a right to be free from government surveillance, including tracking of our locations through our cell phone interactions with cell towers. And that includes people who might be missing.
Lieutenant Heath says the law needs to change to help change the outcome of some of his cold cases, like the disappearance of Rachel Yates.
We would definitely have a different outcome and possibly wouldn't even be here doing the story.
Yates vanished in June of 2006. The Winter Springs woman went to a party in Deltona. Investigators say on June 10, 2006, she took a coworker's car and drove off.
We hear that some things happened where she took a car to go somewhere to get some cigarettes maybe, but we don't know for sure. It led to her being chased down by the people at the party because it wasn't her car.
The coworkers took the car back, left Rachel on the side of the road. Police obtained phone records, which showed she made calls from 10 to 2 that afternoon. The phone then went silent. But because of the law in place, investigators couldn't track the phone.
So when the investigators brought the order to be able to track Rachel by her cell phone, it was denied by the judge.
Lieutenant Heath would like the state law to allow investigators to track devices of people suicidal, endangered, missing, or otherwise involved in an emergency situation that involves the risk of death or serious physical harm.
I think it's too broad. I think it's subject to potential abuse, and it could be narrowed in a way that would allow the information being collected to be used for the specific situation that they're investigating without invading privacy rights.
Rachel's family thinks a change in the law could make the difference between life and death.
I don't think that day will ever come where we're going to feel like we're going to feel healed until we get the answer of what happened.
Between knowing and living without a clue. Rachel's last known address was in Winter Springs. It's part of State Senator Jason Broder's district. An aide for the lawmaker told me their office isn't committing to anything until after the election, but welcomes any legislative proposals. Digging through Central Florida's True Crime Files, I'm Ray Vieta, Fox 35 News.